Hello. I am here with Zenixlio, who for the interview will be called Zenix. He's going to show me through his map, Affliction. The download link will be in the description below. Please like it, comment on it if you're interested, download, share with your friends, play along. Okay, Zenix, would you like to start the walkthrough?
Alright, sure. Alright. So this is my map Affliction. It's a big team battle map that's suited for infantry and vehicular gameplay. Actually when I first started it, this was meant to be a Battle Creek remake, but it clearly isn't anymore. Alright. This is Red Base. Red Base is probably the most unique, team base I have ever made. It's made out of, I think, 3 or 4 building pieces, but I use them in unique ways to make it, creative. As such, if you look down here, this is a tower 2-story flipped on its side, and so it's more like a ramp and a platform. But,
okay.
This is a little back area. I like to put geometry into my maps, and so I thought this huge rock on the end would be very nice. You're normally not meant to go through here. This is, if you go through here like this, it's pretty much just a block off.
Okay.
If you want to, it's pretty much a jump. Spherical ramps. Go through here.
So,
sorry.
when you started off the map?
I think I started the map back in April, and
okay, and
it was meant to just be like a little 4v4, but it got pretty huge, pretty fast.
So how long did it take you, do you think, from start to finish? Make
about 2 months.
okay. Yeah.
The initial version 2 months. For the updated versions, I got about 3 months.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a little grab lift on each base that sends you out directly next to a mongoose or a ramp. Each base has 5 vehicles, 2 mongooses, a warthog, a revenant, and a ghost.
Okay.
There are there's 6 neutral bases with power weapons within each, and right here's the grenade launcher initially right in front of red base.
Okay.
Red sniper over there in the satellite structure.
Right.
The creek is where much movement goes through the map when transitioning from one base to the other. And 3 minutes into the game, the Falcon spawns, and so that's pretty hectic when it gets there.
So is the Falcon the only thing set to spawn time into the map, or are there any things?
That's the only thing that spawns 3 minutes into the map. Everything else spawns at the very beginning.
Okay, fair enough.
Rockets are... I'm sorry, continue.
Okay, so this is quite a big map. So did you have any problems with the budget doing this, or with the item count?
Near the end, I started to run out of budget, and that got very, very hard to work with. I had to delete a few things that, if you see the satellites at the distance,
yeah,
I
see
have
them.
about 5, and initially I had about, 20 or so, but, I had to delete those so I could have enough budget to work with. I think I ran out of, building blocks, and I ran out of building pieces for sure. I think I ran out of building blocks, and, decorative too.
Okay.
But, over here's blue base. It's a bit more simple than red base. It's, actually in the initial version, this back here was accessible to blue base. That's where the flag was, that's where the initial spawn was. But playtesting showed that was a bit overpowered for blue base.
Ah, so in playtesting, did you do it alone, or did you have some people to join you?
I had a full game actually, 16 players. You don't know how hard that is to get, but...
yeah, pretty comprehensive. So, other than the blue base, were there any problems that the playtesters found that you changed later?
The initial version had 2 banshees, and alright, there's 3 versions. The initial version had 2 neutral banshees and a neutral wraith in the middle, and that got cut because that was very hard. the next version had 2 Banshees right here and one at the top of Red Base.
Gotcha.
That was very overpowered. And so the new version, the current version, has a neutral Falcon, which balances out pretty well because the Falcon's pretty hard to use.
That's a quite good fit. So you say there's been 3 versions. So is this the final version, or do you plan to add anything else to it and re-release it later?
I'll probably do another update to this in the near future. I'll probably be adding a few, like I have, I don't know, about 600 budget left. I'll do something with that 600 budget, fix a few problems that other players saw, you know, things like that. But,
Okay, that's
so
good.
far I haven't got any complaints about the newest version, so I think it's pretty good for so far.
Do you plan to make a sequel map to this?
Maybe, probably not though. What I do is I have a Forge team, my friends, and we make map packs, and we're soon to release the Tyrant map pack with 5 maps in it. So
that's good to know.
this is the location of the plasma launcher. It's, this is one of the neutral bases. Right over here actually is the first version where the neutral Banshee was.
Okay.
But that was very close to blue base, and they saw that as a problem. You know how Forge Hub is, they're just like, ah.
Yeah. So, what game types does this support? Is it just competitive Slayer, or?
For right now, it's just competitive Slayer, and the updated version is going to support Capture the Flags, Pile, King of the Hill, Oddball.
So, objective game modes?
Yes.
Okay.
I call this the Synagogue, because my friend came in, and I just had the energy sword laying in the water here. And he's like, dude, that just looks terrible. You have to do something. He made this Jewish star right here, and put the energy sword on it. And actually, this is going to be pretty funny. He was meant to be online when you guys were going to do this, and he's just going to be like this, like worshiping the energy sword.
Okay. That's okay.
But,
so, was this map purely routine for you, or did you experiment and learn anything new whilst building it?
I learned a couple new tricks when making this map. I found that in my maps right now and the earlier maps, my maps were mostly pathway based instead of this huge structures, and so that was something new that I found out about. There's tactical jumps that I made on this map. They're pretty easy.
Would you like to explain tactical jumps for the viewers?
Tactical jumps are areas of the map where, like, usually if you're just walking around the map, you would only be able to access certain areas. But if you jump, like, there's tactical jump areas where you could jump from one end to the other, and it would be a faster walkthrough.
Okay, that's fair enough. And as this is supposed to be a competitive map, were there any specific routes you intended the players to go through when designing this? Say straight from red base to a neutral base or a power weapon?
I made the map where, like, where you initially spawn out, you could have 2 choices. Like, come with me. The initial spawns were set directly in front of the bases, not inside of them. And so when you first spawn, you could either walk straight forward and have the huge carnage for the rocket launcher, that like most maps do, or if you look to your left or right, you could go to either direction and go straight to a neutral base. Like with red base, you go to the grenade launcher or sword real fast, or with blue base, you can go to the sword there or the plasma launcher over here.
Okay. Did you have any landmarks, aspects, say scenery or rocks, you built in just to make people take one certain route?
Not really. Like, most of the map is pretty open. So you could just walk around from one area to the other pretty fast. There's not one direct route you have to take. But,
okay. And finally, sorry to ask, because we're running low on time, but was the map purely for gameplay, or were aesthetics an important part too?
I'm like, people commented on my map saying that aesthetics are one of my strong points when I make a map. And so I put aesthetics in while making the map. Like, say you just want a building. Well, you put the building in. Most players would just put the building in, and there you go. I use aesthetics to make the building. And so, like, if you look down here, just drop down with me. Most people would just put a building block here to make it look like a support structure. I use this as a strut to make it look good, look like a support structure, and also hold a health pack.
Okay.
So it's more of a landmark.
Good to know. Okay. Thank you for your time, Zenix.
Oh,
Very
thank you.
interesting. Okay. As I said before, the map will be in the link below. Click down there if you want to download it. Share with your friends, please. Send it around. Give him some more downloads. He's a good forger. That concludes it. Thank you and goodbye. Nice.
And now for my Forge Challenge. So, the Forge Challenge. What this is that every episode I will give you either a theme or a category. Then you have to go away and make something based around that theme or category in Forge. You can submit the map in any way you please, either by the map itself, you can make a screenshot of the map, or you can send in a flyby theatre clip. The winning entry for each episode will get a shout out in another episode. Download links for the map will be available in the video description of that episode that they get a shout out in. And if it's really good, on top of all that, you may be invited to have an interview with us and be featured in an episode itself. You can send the files to either my gamertag, JB662, with a link to your file share so I can have a look at it. You can send me a personal message on either Bungie.net or Halo Waypoint. And finally, you can leave a comment on the video below with a link to your file share. And we will announce the winner of this specific challenge in episode 4. And the category that you get for the first ever challenge is you have to create your favourite game character. But there's a catch, it cannot be any character from the Halo franchise. And if any do get sent in from the Halo franchise, I will disqualify you. So that's your challenge, guys, and yeah, good luck, and thank you ever so much again for watching, and goodbye.